Breaking news, America is under attack. Iran has launched a large missile attack at U.S. Air Force bases in Qatar and above me in Iraq. This is the Al-Assad Air Force Base in Iraq, and originally the report said that only one ballistic missile was fired into space. And as you're seeing above me, the air defenses are being overwhelmed. This could be nearly 100 missile barrages, the largest missile attack against the United States in history. As of right now, the Doha Air Force Base is under attack as well, and other Air Force bases in Iraq are under attack. We're not able to get video footage of it right now because this is happening right now. American jets and Saudi jets are being scrambled in preparation for a retaliatory strike against Iran. We know the United States is going to bomb the hell out of Iran. That is something President Trump has already said if this happens, and it's happening right now. We don't know if the Saudis will get involved. We don't know if Qatar will be involved. We don't know if Iraq is going to be involved. What's interesting is that 15 minutes before this attack started, Qatar closed their airspace. Do they know something we don't? What we do know is that America is at war with Iran, and make sure to follow me for all of the updates.
All right, so before we get started, let me make sure my microphone is good because I've been having microphone problems. So put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me speaking through the microphone and not through just room air. So put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good, and drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly on the microphone, because 2 live streams I was freaking on for 2 hours and didn't even realize my microphone wasn't even on. All right, we got the ones. We got the ones. All right, cool. All right, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Let's go.
We're live on Fox updating on this latest event, but a quick update for you. The Al Udeid base outside of Doha, Qatar, that normally houses around 10,000 American troops, just came under a missile attack from Iran. We know that sirens sounded in other regional countries like Bahrain, and according to the Qatari Minister of Defense and the Foreign Minister, no one was injured or killed on the ground. We have reviewed video of many of these missiles being intercepted by air defense systems over the capital of Doha. I'll continue to keep you updated as we get more information.
Iran just attacked the United States. They said that they launched an attack on U.S. forces at Qatar's Al Udeid airbase. We knew it was going to happen. We knew that it was going to be some kind of a base. And we knew it was coming. We knew it was coming, and there it is. Trump did this. Our troops were sitting ducks. We didn't know which base they were going for. This administration has no fucking clue, has no goddamn idea what the hell they're doing. What the hell they just did. Iran is not Iraq. It is not. It's completely fucking different. Vastly different. These people are not playing, and I think the Trump regime is underestimating them. And I think this is just the beginning. I think this is just a taste. With this now being confirmed, honestly,
hit the thumbs up button, 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 hit the like button. I have good news. With all this being said, I have good news, and I have, well, this is the bad news, but I have good news on top of this. So keep watching, because this is not as bad as everybody thinks it actually is. So I'm just letting y'all know now, I have good news behind all of this bad news that is happening.
I think those sleeper cells that they're heightened about here in the United States, in the fucking country, wait a while. Wait a while. I wouldn't even be in shock if something like that happened. Donald Trump and his regime just ignited something that they're not going to be able to extinguish.
Al Udeid Air Base is the largest U.S. air base in the Middle East, with 10,000 troops estimated to be stationed there. The base is also host to U.S. Central Command's regional headquarters and command facilities.
What's up, Preston?
Facilities for special forces. The report comes after Qatari authorities temporarily suspended air traffic in the country's airspace. Let's go right to our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell in Tel Aviv. Ian.
Let's get the lights up, y'all. Let's get the lights up. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at, and hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
What do we know so far?
Yeah, I mean, the reality is, in terms of facts, we know very little, but there are multiple reports out there. The facts are that Qatar closed its airspace. The facts are also that the US Embassy advised US citizens to stay indoors. There was also a warning to British citizens there as well. The UAE also reportedly closing its airspace amid the increase.
And the UAE is Dubai. So if you're, looking to plan a trip to Dubai, cancel it because it's over. Their airspace is closed.
Reports of a potential
What's up, Fluffy Scorpio? I love that name.
Threat against the Al Udeid airbase. And as you say, this is the largest airbase for the Middle East in the region. It's important not just to house aircraft, but it's important because this is a command and control facility. It's where missions are controlled. I've been to Al Udeid in the past before and seen this huge control room where drones, aircraft are monitored and controlled. And it's
Okay, let me give y'all the good news. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to hear the good news. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to hear the good news. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to hear the good news with all of this crazy stuff going on. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to hear the good news about all of this.
Possible that the attacks against Iran were orchestrated from here. We know that President Trump and the National Security Council are due to meet. They're also acutely aware of these threats. Our colleague Kira Phillips quoting a defense official saying that they don't behave like this unless the threat itself is credible. We had...
Okay, so this is the good news. Every single, it was 6. They sent 6 ballistic missiles towards a U.S. base. The good news is every last missile, all 6 were intercepted. All right. So there has been no damage. That is the first thing that I want y'all to know, because what I am always going to do is to let y'all know that it is not as bad as y'all think, no matter what it is, whether it's the economy, whether it's this war, whether it's men, whether it's women, whether it's dating, whether it's whatever. It's not that bad. All right. I'm never going to sit here and make y'all scared and start running around thinking the sky is falling. The sky is not falling. All right. So the first thing I want y'all to know is every missile has been intercepted. The second thing is this most likely was a show of we are angry and we have the ability to show you how angry we are. This was not a declaration of war. This was just to let the United States know that they are not afraid to go back and forth with us. All right. I want y'all to think about this because this is very important for you to think about. Don't you know that Iran knew that those 6 missiles were going to be shot out of the sky? That's the first thing I want y'all to know. Don't y'all know that they expected that? They just sent 6 missiles. And there's a reason why I keep saying 6. 6 missiles were sent. Does anybody want to know why 6 ballistic missiles were sent in particular? Does anybody know why? Because I'm getting somewhere here. Why did they send 6 ballistic missiles at U.S. and in U.S. airbase? Does anybody know? Because all of this is important. Come on, y'all. Think. Come on. I'll give y'all 5 seconds to think. Drop in the chat. Why did they send 6 ballistic missiles towards a U.S. airbase? Give me y'all 5 seconds. Come on, y'all don't know? Because we sent 6 B-2 bombers to bomb Iran. We sent six B-2 bombers to just bomb Iran. So they just sent 6 ballistic missiles towards a U.S. airbase. The reason why this is good news is because, no, we sent 6. We dropped 3 bombs, but we sent 6 B-2 bombers. 3 of them went west and 3 of them went east. And the 3 of them that went this way were decoys. So we sent 6 B-2 bombers. So this is simply them saying, I'll match your 6 with. It's actually, and this might sound crazy, this is literally just passive aggressive shit. This is passive aggression. This is not war. This is passive aggression. Y'all be passive aggressive with people. I'll be passive aggressive with people. You'll say something slick and I'll say something slick, but nobody punches nobody in the face. So that is the second thing. They knew that they will be shot out of the sky. This is just passive aggressiveness. The third thing that is good news is nobody's at that base. There's nobody at that base. So nobody would have gotten hurt even if the bombs would have hit. They did not have an intention on blowing up that U.S. airbase. They are fully aware of what the United States has, and they will get, the rockets will get shot out of the sky. This is passive aggressiveness. That's all it is. And I want to go a little farther. Say I got a lady and I'm like, hey, stop. We're not going, and you just not going to be mad. You're just going to be mad at me. So go sit your ass down somewhere, and because we're not going. And she wants to go, right? What is she going to do? She's going to start stomping around the house, slamming cabinets, slamming doors, and in the other room, I'm just going to be hearing. When you tell your kid, be like, hey, you're not going outside. Go do your homework. What is your kid going to do? I hate you. It's just passive aggressiveness. So what Iran is simply doing is letting the United States know that they're angry and they are mad that we just bombed them. So is this war? No. But is this war? Yes. There are different types of war. There's a Cold War. There's different wars. There's different types of wars. So I'm just letting you know that this is not the end of the world. This is not World War III. This is simply Iran acting stupid to let y'all know, like, yo, we stupid. We don't have it all up here. We'll go crazy. Are they going crazy? No, they're just letting the United States know, yo, we'll go crazy. We don't care. Because think about it, another thing that's good news for those who aren't aware, because some of y'all are aware. Everybody hit the like button. 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 The only thing that Iran can do is strike a U.S. base in Israel. I'll say it again. That's all they can do. Iran cannot strike the United States with any type of missile. They're too goddamn far. Let's see. How far is Iran from the United States? Yeah, they're 7,000 miles away from the United States. They cannot send a missile that will last that long. So anybody thinking like, oh my God, it's going to be a nuclear war and it's going to be, no, no, that can't happen. They're too goddamn far. So it is impossible for Iran to fly anything, whether it's a plane, a missile, a bomb, or nothing, over United States soil. Impossible. They're too far. They don't have the ability to do that. All right. So one, they sent 6 missiles just to let United States know that you fuck with us, we're going to fuck with y'all. All right. It's not a declaration of war. 2, they were 100% knowledgeable that the missiles were going to be shot out of the sky. It's a good possibility that they probably were dud missiles. Because why would you put nuclear warheads or something that you actually spent a lot of time or a lot of money or a lot of resources putting together and then just sending it somewhere knowing that they're going to blow it up? So it's a good possibility that the 6 ballistic missiles were duds because they knew they were going to be shot out of the sky. So they knew they were going to be shot out of the sky. 3, there's nobody at that base. The United States got rid of everybody from that base already because they expected something to happen. So nobody would have got killed even if they would have hit. All right. So we're going to keep going, but I just want y'all to know the sky is not falling. I want to always reassure y'all, reassure my community that things are not as bad as you think. Everything is going to be okay. See, somebody on social media has to be able to let y'all know that everything is going to be okay. All right. Everything is going to be okay. Every month or every 2 months is always something stupid that goes on TV that is meant to scare the shit out of us. The tariffs. Oh my God, the tariffs. The tariffs. The eggs are going to be $12 a carton. Remember that? And then with the tariffs, they were saying, oh my God, we're not going to have any food, let alone eggs, because look, and they'll show ports being empty. Everything that you see on the news is meant to scare you and make you do something stupid. Okay? Nothing they can do will scare me. Okay? Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. I am here to encourage you and to reinforce positive thoughts and let you know that everything is going to be okay. Now, do you have to prepare? Yes, you do. Make sure to get flashlights. Make sure to get canned goods. Make sure to have, your refrigerator stocked up. But it's not just your refrigerator, because if you don't have no power, what's in your refrigerator is going to go bad. So do not go stock up your refrigerator or spend all your money to stock up your refrigerator. So I'll take that back. Don't stock up your refrigerator, because everything in your refrigerator, it's not going to be edible in a week. Go stock up on non-perishable foods, water, canned goods, shit like that. Make sure you got flashlights. Go to Amazon and look up candles that don't go out. Like, I think they're called forever candles or some shit. All right. Make sure to have batteries, AA, AAA batteries, and D batteries. All right. Make sure that your smoke detectors have batteries in them. If your smoke detector is making a noise, this is the time to go take care of your smoke detector. All right. Just little shit like that. Yes. Get some ammunition. There we go. Get lots of bullets. See, people love to talk about firearms, but nobody talks about bullets. Go buy bullets. You need at least 20 boxes of 9mm bullets, and make sure all of your firearms are the same type. I have multiple firearms and they all take 9mm bullets. Last year I had ARs which was stupid because you got AR bullets and then now you got 9 bullets. You can't carry all that shit if you got to leave the house or if you have to travel. It's too much shit to carry around. You got a magazine full of AR bullets, then you got just too much shit. All right. So when you got a firearm or multiple firearms, make sure they all use the same bullets. So you can just grab the same amount of bullets, and then move, somewhere else. And then you're good. Like, I was stupid to have AR bullets, and that's dumb. All right. All right. So let's keep going. But like I said, everything is going to be okay.
Multiple threats, multiple warnings from Iran that they would indeed retaliate to the US strikes on 3 nuclear facilities. The latest one came from the Iranian president probably only about 40 or 45 minutes ago. He's not a key decision maker. The Ayatollah is in normal circumstances, but these are abnormal circumstances. But again, warning that there would be retaliation. Remember, President Trump and Defense Secretary Hegseth have made it very clear that if there is any kind of retaliation from Iran, that would lead to an even greater response from the United States. But there is precedent here. Remember the former head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, General Soleimani. He was assassinated back in 2020 under the first President Trump's first term in office. I was in northern Iraq when Iran responded. They fired at US bases near where we were in Erbil in the north of the country. They fired at US bases elsewhere in the country and on the border near Syria as well. So,
and another thing I want y'all to think about. Israel has already been bombing the shit out of Iran. Israel has been bombing the shit out of Iran. So Israel is already at war with Iran. They don't have the wherewithal. They don't have the people. They don't have the resources to go to war with America, y'all. And a lot of their leaders are dead. Hold on, where's the video? Let me show y'all something. Where is it? Because I talked about this already. A lot of their leaders are already dead. I think this is it. Here it is. I'm show y'all proof.
It's called the B2.
Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. I'm looking for. I think this is it.
Exact same threat made against Saddam Hussein, but unlike Iraq, at least 2 nuclear.
And Iran has a very advanced nuclear program that, yes, it can be bombed, but it cannot be destroyed from the air, and it can be rebuilt. And so just bombing Iran.
Where is it? I'm looking for something because they talked about like who exactly is dead right now. This must not be it. All right, I'm gonna look for it. I can't find it right now. Hold on.
Form, if you like. Now, that was a calibrated response. It was one for Iran to say, look, we did respond, but no further. It allowed for a de-escalation. I'm not sure we're in the same territory right now, especially given the very specific threats that the President Trump has made against any of what would happen in the eventuality of any retaliation. But the facts are there was.
Are at war.
All right, I found it. This is it right here. All right, so he's going to talk about exactly who got killed. Here we go right here. So this is, again, reassurance that everything is going to be okay. Listen to this.
For Benjamin Netanyahu and an upcoming wedding for his son. Just as important as the locations that Israel hit are the individuals that Israel has eliminated. Among those who have been confirmed dead are Hussein Salami, the leader of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and Mohammed Bagheri, chief of staff of the entire Iranian military. Also among the dead, the Golem Ali Rashid.
Y'all hear that? chief of staff of the entire, listen again,
Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and Mohammed Bagheri, chief of staff of the entire Iranian.
Y'all see that, right? Chief of staff of the entire Iranian military, dead.
Military. Also among the dead, Gholam Ali Rashid, commander of the central headquarters of the Iranian General Staff, and Ali Shamkhani, the senior advisor to Iran's supreme leader, who was entrusted to be Iran's chief negotiator in working toward a new nuclear deal with the United States. In totality, Israel is believed to have eliminated a large portion of Iran's top military leadership, if not most or even all of the nation's most important military decision makers. Just as important is the list of people who've survived thus far. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, President Masoud Pezeshkian, Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, and Minister of Defense Aziz Nasirzadeh. None of them are believed to have been targeted by this wave of Israeli strikes, but
so that's what Israel has done. We didn't have to do nothing. So I need y'all to understand that Israel done told them to fuck up already. So do they have the ability to still fight? Yes. But I'm just letting y'all know that they are already like damaged already because of Israel. All right. Just letting y'all know everything is going to be okay. Somebody drop in the chat. Everything is going to be okay. Somebody drop in the chat. Everything's going to be okay. All right, what's happening?
Your buildings get down.
Hold on.
Response. It was one for Iran to say, look, we did respond, but no further. It allowed for a de-escalation. I'm not sure we're in the same territory right now, especially given the very specific threats that the President Trump has made.
Type everything is going to be okay in the chat, y'all.
Even greater response from the United States. But there is precedent here. Remember the former head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, General Soleimani. He was assassinated back in 2020 under the first President Trump's first term in office. I was in northern Iraq when Iran responded. They fired at U.S. bases near where we were in Erbil in the north of the country. They fired at U.S. bases elsewhere in the country and on the border near Syria as well. So they have form, if you like. Now, that was a calibrated response. It was one for Iran to say, look, we did respond, but no further. It allowed for a de-escalation. I'm not sure we're in the same territory right now, especially given the very specific threats that the President Trump has made against any of what would happen in the eventuality of any retaliation. But the facts are there was this threat, there was airspace was closed, and the Israelis also monitoring the situation. There are reports, we have a colleague whose sister lives in Doha, reports of hearing explosions, but we're in this very foggy situation at the moment, and we just need to take a breath.
Y'all got to hit the like button, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to hit the like button. If y'all think everything's going to be okay, show me by hitting the like button.
Look at what possibly could have happened and wait until we get facts issued from the Pentagon and from the White House and potentially from Qatari officials. Sorry, just one other thing worth adding. Of course, you know, these bases have sophisticated air defense of their own, but Qatar also has sophisticated air defense. It has the US Patriot and THAAD missile systems, some of which are being used here in Israel as Iran attacks. So it's possible when people say they've heard explosions that these are intercepts. So at the moment, I think we just need to take our time, deep breath time, and wait and see exactly what's happened.
And Ian, it does sound like the Iranians are now calling this operation Enunciate.
You must be out of your mind if you think that America entering the war and escalating the war is going to be good for you in any way whatsoever. They want to finish.
I like what this guy is saying. I don't totally agree with him, but check this guy out. He speaks very eloquently. I've seen him before. I don't know exactly who he is, but check him out.
Deep breath time, and wait and see exactly what's happened.
And Ian, it does sound like the Iranians are now calling this operation Enunciate.
You must be out of your mind if you think that America entering the war and escalating the war is going to be good for you in any way whatsoever. They want to finish you. Don't you understand that? Look, construction in your country, in Israel, has already stopped. It already stopped 600 days ago. When your buildings get damaged, they're staying damaged. Do you understand? Do you have any idea how much more damage Iran can absorb than you can absorb? Their country is 70 times larger than you. 70 times. Their army is at least 4 times larger than you. And their soldiers aren't on TikTok. They're not quitting. They're not refusing to serve. They're not getting taken off duty for mental problems. They're not committing suicide. They're not killing themselves. No, it doesn't even matter how much damage America could potentially do to Iran. You cannot sustain a fraction of what Iran can sustain, and that's just a fact. If this goes on for even just 6 months, you're looking at an economic toll on your economy of upwards of $165 billion. That's 35% of your GDP. Double that if it goes on for a year, and it can go on for a year. If it's a full-blown war and Iran starts to get replenishments of their artillery from Russia, China, North Korea, whatever, and if they reactivate their proxies, oh yes, it can go on. And yet, it's the fact of where else to go when things get bad. Iranian.
All right, there we go.
They can literally.
All right, put a 1 in chat. Can y'all see me and can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in chat if y'all can hear me and see me. Something just happened.
Depopulate